All right, guys, we're back. Hot takes. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. No reason to put it off any longer. Dry season. We go for hot takes. You guys enjoy them. Especially when a dead period hits like this. I could make any type of content. Not gonna do as good as the hot takes. Y'all love this. So, let's see. Let's see what we got here. I've seen this kid around. 18. Yeah. Okay. So from the UK, isn't it? Okay. All right. Fair. All right. Let's see. Cooler fan, huh? I don't hate it. I'm a big Tech Ultimate Gohan guy, and remember there was a turf war basically between Hybrid Saiyan fans and Tech Gohan fans and Cooler fans. But I'm a simple man. I think they're both goated, right? I don't know. I was always able to say, yeah, Tech Gohan is obviously very good. And yeah, guess what? Cooler, every single time Dokkan releases him, is just obviously very good. All right. Let's see what we got. Love that. Whoa. But how about we make a thread next time and not just randomly reply? Come on, bruh. Love that villain teams are getting buffs. Dokkan needs to start buffing hybrids. Oh, whoa. I swear on everything, I did not look ahead at any of these. I have not seen a single one. This was a reply to me. I got some replies, and I was like, sure. Let's look at a hot take thread. Okay, wow. Okay, yeah, cooler fan that could respect hybrids. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Dokkan needs to start buffing hybrids. Yeah, but I do think that superhero, to me, I think is likely to be upcoming in a major celebration slot. I think so. So with that likely to be the case, I think hybrids are probably going to be fine. I really do appreciate how they're treating Omega's team. Villains don't typically, they might drop a really crazy villain and then they forget they exist or something. So I do just enjoy the treatment of Omega's team right now. I just am not opposed to just continuing to just slam units on it. Whatever. Let's just keep it up. Who cares? Right? Yeah, buff Superclass. We can say this because besides GDC, Superclass has not had units since Golden Week. Premium characters, Golden Week was that is crazy to think about. This is the year. Oh my god, it's the worst year ever. Oh, it's really the year where they're focusing on villains is the worst year ever, guys, huh? Is that what you're saying? That's all of your... now, remember, I don't... Dokkan... right now, I don't know. I would like to wait until the year's done and we could match it up with 2024. I would say 2024 at this point probably feels a bit better, but, we'll kind of match things up. I think in terms of releases, Dokkan is on a good streak right now. The last premium release, I think that was, not good enough, is Tech Blue Kaioken. That was also Golden Week. 2024 did not have that. You had Master Roshi, you had First Form Frieza at the start of March, right? There was characters that were kind of, Scouter Vegeta wasn't the craziest, but I don't want to hate on Scouter Vegeta because of how good he ended up being in Festival Battles. But, that was, it's just Int Majin Vegeta, I suppose, where it's Int Majin Vegeta was really good, but it was 3 months after his release. It was when he was really good. And AGL Scouter Vegeta, I guess we'd kind of say a similar thing. Comparing this guy to Roshi is just straight up wrong. He's a decent free-to-play LR, but not an all-time great. 90% of the time, you're not even running this guy in Omega Team. Complete fraud against any decently hard-hitting normals. I don't agree that he's not on Roshi's level. I think it's silly. I think at a certain point, we do need to understand the difference in content now versus pre-Red Zone era Kachentite. That's the point, right? Nova is doing this in what is, the Red Zone era, and he's really good. Now, yes, hard-hitting normals can cut him up, but hard-hitting normals can cut up this guy. One of the top 5 best characters in the game, HL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. A lot of characters can get cut up by normals, right? It can happen. Certainly I don't want to pretend like Nova's perfect or anything like that. But I think that this being a take in the thread that we're upset that Nova is on the level with Roshi, which I believe he is. He's on that level. Roshi and who's the other one? Bio Broly? Bio Broly? He's on that level for sure. Nova. Yes, he is. Now, if you want to say Roshi's better and Bio Broly's better, I'm fine with that. Fine with that. But Nova is absolutely on that level. Like, Nova is a free-to-play LR who can really bust ass in these red zone level fights. And I think that really matters. We, like this feels so foolish to me. Dude, we have had 5 good free-to-play characters in 7 years. And we're taking the time out of our day to go after Nova. It just seems silly. This is not wrong, what he's saying right here. But even good summonable characters can get caught up by some of these normals. I mean, people, all I'm seeing all over is, oh my god, I hate the power creep. Talking about, like, the GDC fights, the Supreme Magnificent Battle. Like, we know how nasty things are right now. Argue physical Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta up to 2 or 3. Let me take a look at my LR tier list. Is there anything... okay, here, hold on. I'm gonna pull up my LR tier list. I gotta do my TUR tier list. I gotta do this. So I put in my LR tier list. This was September 13th. But I have since done a Dokkan Diamond. And there is a significant change I made. I was seeing some really, I thought, like, compelling arguments for Tech Vegito above Tech Broly, actually. So I was like, you know what? I agree. So I did slide Tech Vegito above, right? So physical super... But that, I guess, any moves I would make would only be this trio, like, this grouping of characters right here. Wrath Broly, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Tech Vegito, Vegeta Trunks, EGL Gogeta. These characters have the same role anyway, right? Like, people will go super crazy. Like, I mean, the whole community is just agenda-based. Like, I have my personal favorites I love and my personal favorites I hate, and I'm gonna bait all fucking day long about the characters I love, and I'm gonna hate all day long on the characters I hate, right? Like, we know how it is. But these characters have a similar role, all right? All of this grouping of characters. What we're talking about is this upper tier right here. Now, I'll give you this. I do think Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta deserves to be on that level with these units. The thing about Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is once he let's see if he says it. Unit that is invincible turn 1. I mean, invincible turn 1 is a bit of a stretch. They can take a lot of damage, but it's, like, as good as we could hope for. But again, like, if I really want to poke holes, like, the character could start in slot 7, show up on turn 3, and, like, they get supered for, 300k. Like, I've seen it happen many times, right? I don't really want to focus too much on, like, we all know that the 7th anniversary LRs in base are very weak their second turn if they haven't transformed. So if you get them turn 1 on rotation, they're locked. Then turn 3, they could be killed like a fish, right? Complete, utter fish out there. Free-to-play Mike out there is what they are. But I do... Let's see. So, invincible after transforming is mostly true. It is so difficult to see this guy killed. I actually... Yeah, that is true. Invincible falling under 50%, 70% chance to counter all super attacks, insane. No content in the game where he struggles, absolute monster. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's why, like, I would have him a little bit lower. But I do agree, at least on that level, because, like, this version is... It's very... Like, I can only think of one time I remember this guy dying, and it was in festival battles. And it was to EGL Gogeta's 28 million super. Which, I mean, that was, early on, before I was less experienced in festival. Nowadays, my Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta would never get killed in there. But, back then, I was less experienced in the event, and my Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta did fail the counter, right? Isn't a big difference between... Yeah, this is why we do this. I'm gonna just put my hand in my face. I'm just rubbing my eyes. Ooh, hand on my head. Man, damn, yeah, it's tough. I'm probably gonna just not even read anything you wrote, honestly. I don't think I'm gonna. No matter what this kid says, I just don't even care. You wanna know why we don't like Blue Kaioken, bud? It's because of this. That would be why. And it's not because, oh, he loses 5% HP, per turn. Who cares? Remember, it's, a lot of times he's triple and quad supering. So you're losing 15 and 20% it's just brutal. It's brutal. It's brutal. I think comparing, Int Hit is just one of these characters that, like, Twitter just has their current obsession with. I think Int Hit is one. I've mentioned it in some videos. EGL Golden Freeze is another. They're just kind of like obsessing on those characters. I think my personal thought on what's going on with Int Hit, by the way, why people are going so crazy on him. I think people keep using him on super bosses, and he's getting cut up because he doesn't have his intro on super bosses. That's what I think is happening. I mean, you can run the girls to also get it on there, but that's what I think is mostly happening. Int Hit completely shits himself against normals. Kaioken can actually take hits better than shorter fights. All in all, terrible Golden Week. Remember, also, a lot of people do like to ignore, okay. Hit came out and completely dominated all content. All long content, festival battles, he dominated it all. Then we had, like, massive explosive power creep, which did wipe out the entire start of the year. Like, I do find it interesting that rather than go, okay, like, we had the explosive power creep, which wiped out the year, instead people use it as a way to be like, see? Physical Super Saiyan 2 Gohan fucking sucked the whole time. It's like, bro, like, the whole year was wiped out. Like, people aren't running SDR Cell. Even AGL Kid Goku, unless we're going into Festival, I don't really get much of a chance to run AGL Kid Goku. Like, Dokkan, by gearing all content, and it was all dodge canceling content mostly too, right? Towards these long build-up fights, and then they just completely hit the reset button. It wiped out the entire start of the year. Like you guys got to just accept you could take the whole 6 months, and, I mean, it's just pretty much gone. Right? Like, if that's what you want to say, that's the issue with 2025, I think that's got merit. That's valid, right? The fact that they build everything in a certain way, and then they just go, boop, we're resetting it. Because, like, that's the thing with, the 10th anniversary LRs. I mean, if we go into these long fights, they could still be dominant, right? We go into, like, the Broly Red Zone, right? Like, the 10th anniversary LRs will shit on it. But, some of these short fights for some of these stacking characters can be tough, yeah. Super 17 is odd. He's good on Omega's team. Yeah, I mean, we can make the argument that a lot of that has to do with Omega himself, right? Better options because of restrictions, lack of big bad bosses. They're decent arguments, yeah. Wait, he's fucked on an Android team? What makes him great on Omega's team is 20% damage reduction support Omega gives. We'll see. Let's see the Android team happen first before we say he's fucked on the Android team, because we don't know what it's going to look like. I think, yeah, the problem with Super 17, right? The issue for this guy is very simply put, I got lost for a second. This right here, right? If they also had GT bosses on this, which they should have, then I like, that would have been kind of like the only concern. Yeah. On turns where he has the target Goku ally, I've found him to be quite tanky, impressive. He, tanking fully built up Rose and shit like that. But, on turns without the target Goku, I saw him get one-shotted by Rose. So it's, it is a little weird. I would say I've been impressed with using him, but, like, when going into, this fight right here, right? Like, I felt like he's not doing that much in this event, right? And it also the same thing here. And then when we took him in a festival, he got killed. So it's, I don't know. Like, again, I want to say he's a little bit better than I was thinking initially from his details, but certainly the hardest fights right now, his impact is not the greatest. But I mean, it is funny how typing does matter with bosses a lot, because if the Rose was AGL instead of Int, Super 17 would dominate that fight, right? Dokkan has no excuse not dropping like 10 plus missions a week. Sure. Easiest form of content to produce. Yeah. I see no argument against that. I think it's just, okay. Remember, they, like, allocate stones for, like, celebration, stuff like that. So what they would need to do is, like, take stones away from, like, login and shit to make missions. Because people have told me very, like, screaming, we don't give a fuck if it ain't given stones. So, like, Dokkan would need to take stones from other places to add it to missions. But yeah, I mean, there's no reason they can't just do missions. I agree. And they're fun. Like, a lot of times people do, like, I really do like using, like, oh, use this category here, this category here. And I think a lot of times people do have fun. I mean, Twitter, of course, has gotten more negative than ever. I mean, and it has seeped into, like, you know, YouTube comments and stuff like that as well. But yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that. Going weeks with just one character, like 3 missions, shouldn't be the norm. Okay, I mean, yeah, this is the thing, though. Like, this is what this time of year is gonna look like. Like, like, we get so meta with this, like, it's, I don't know what to say. Like, you're just gonna say, no, they should be doing a lot more, and it's like, yeah, I wish, but it's not happening. It's just at this point of the year, especially once we get to the next celebration, oh, brother. That start of November celebration, whew, gives me shudders just thinking about some of the previous years. My running theory with that is when they're maybe doing some last minute work on anniversary stuff, and so they release less at the end of October, start of November. That's what I think, right? But yeah, I mean, remember, it's not always major celebration time. We're seeing this in Dokkan and Legends right now. Baby is better Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I would probably say he's slightly worse Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Let's read it, though. He could die if he misses important dodges. Okay, sure. I mean, same with Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Feels like a very safe run on Omega's team. He is. Too bad his transformation isn't voiced. Having permanent 70% dodge with sack and guard damage reduction is OP. Yes, it is. But as soon as you said end damage reduction, I did chuckle in my brain. My brain did a little Yeah, I don't know if I really consider this character to have damage reduction when it is tied to full Chrono Body and Mind. Like, I don't know about that. Sorry. Are you typically running full Chrono Body and Mind, Kashentite? I don't. Something tells me no. I'm going to have to go with no on that. But I do like Baby. I think Baby's good. I literally just 2 seconds ago, if we jump into my notifications right now, I'm pretty sure they're hating on Baby right now. Like, literally right now. Like, that's what they're going to be saying. I think Baby's pretty good. I would say HL Super Saiyan 4 Goku to me is a little bit better. I don't have a problem with a slightly worse version of the Anniversary LR. Because Baby works in all the content. Like, they did pick the 10th Anniversary LR that is very comfortable in, like, well, I say comfortable, but he can go one shot. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but he can be comfortable in a lot of situations, right? Okay. 11th Anniversary has potentially be the best ever. Amount of crazy easy A's. Okay. Man. I mean, we literally did just have the best celebration ever. GDC. And a lot of it was because of the amount of, like, crazy easy A's and stuff. But, like, let's see. Potential for Daima and 8th years being brought back to the meta. Guaranteed massive success. The 8th Anniversary LRs are, like, big-time stacking characters, though. I mean, I thought the whole community decided we hate long content. Now we like long content again? Can we make up our mind? And I'm not doing, like, a petty referral to festival thing. Like, there's one cocksucker just within the last 5 seconds wrote a comment here. Oh, he's doing his side-eye thing about no, I'm talking about, like 10-turn red zone fights. Community said they hated them, so now they want them again? Because that's what the 8th Anniversary LRs are going to be made for. I mean, I certainly they could add to them something like what these boys have got with this, right? You could definitely give them some shit like that, but I mean, the 8th Anniversary LRs, in order to see all their crazy shit, like, they need many turns. Many turns, dude. So, buckle in. Guaranteed massive success. I do think so. Anniversary, I mean, being a miss is not likely, right? And I mean, we're coming off of the best 10th anniversary, best anniversary we've ever had, so. Yeah, I mean, I definitely have very high hopes for the 11th anniversary, for sure. Oh, yeah, no one, what? Yeah. Yeah, dude. No one's arguing this. Right? Like, Super 17 is not on the Dokkan Diamond. Sin Shenron is better than Super 17 for sure. Yep. I don't think I would make any changes to the Dokkan Diamond, by the way. This right here I'm looking at. Maybe, you might have some disagreements with some spots here or there, but me personally, I'm not changing anything from what I've got here. The only thing we always could talk about is Int Fat Boo versus Hit right here. I'm going with Hit. But I mean, if you want to get Fat Boo right there, I guess I could get it, but yeah. Yeah, looks good. I don't think the seasoning in CDC would have been enough to save that celebration. It would have. The reason I can say this confidently for sure is because we saw it happen last year with Tech Gogeta and Janemba, right? It would have. It actually would have. If these two, because remember, Tech Gogeta and Janemba were, I thought Tech Gogeta was number one. And I don't really think, I mean, now a year later, do I think that I was just, smoking dick for doing that? No, I thought Tech Gogeta was legitimately up there. I don't think that I was being foolish. Let me pull up my first tier list that has them in it. Yeah, it's going to be this right here, the 6th, right? October 6th, 2024. This is October 6th of 2024. Yeah, right now, I would say Tech Broly has held up the best from this list. But, remember, it's a different environment last year, right? Like, the Family Kamehameha would one-shot the hardest fight in the game. Beast was just outright better than Broly because of his active. Nowadays, Broly's able to tank a little bit better than Beast turn 1, though. So I think the argument could start for Tech Broly over Beast, right? And Tech Gogeta up there. And then there's Janemba within the top 5. Yeah, I mean, looking at this doesn't look bad to me. But, if Cooler and Carnival Goku came out, like, if this was Cooler right here, and this is Carnival Goku this year, do you think this kid Kashentite, if Cooler was one, do you think he'd be saying TDC was ass? Just saying. I don't think so. Would have made it better, but the fights being mediocre, Broly being Festival Battle Merchant. Oh, brother, as soon as he says Festival Battle Merchant, we already know where this kid is. We already know how he feels. Killed the celebration for a lot of people. It killed the celebration for the loud and whiny people. Like, the loud minority. Like, they're a small group of very loud players, right? That's what it is. Another 2025 Dokkan L. Again, if they had Easy 8 these guys, I'm sure this kid would be singing a very different tune. I promise you that. If they were given the Tech Gogeta and Physical Janemba treatment, he'd be singing a very different tune. Worse Int Boo with more issues 1 year later. Yeah, I mean, and especially knowing, like, the power creep that was coming up. Me, personally, I wasn't really able to use Cell very much, right? Like, I remember people were, like, laughing, like, oh, you can't beat the fights with Cell. But, like, it was my Rainbowed Cell, and then I just had, like, some really fucking shitty 55% Link level 3 Cell that I was running. It completely dragged down the team. Cell already wasn't great running 2 cells because, this, dude, when they do that, they can't do this. It's just, this is the antithesis of fun. When the character themselves has to, you can't do this. Cannot do this again. Can't. This guy would be quite good even still. If this didn't exist, I think this guy would be quite good probably. Like, he'd probably be able to age well. I think in, like, a slot 2 or slot 3 role, he probably could be pretty tanky. He'd probably be effective. But because he needs to revive, it's just like standbys and domains. It's just an easy way to power creep a character instantly. But Cell, just the way his team was structured, didn't, work well with the GDC content. Yeah, Cell actually ends up just being an ass release, right? For sure. They've historically done Cell dirty in the game. I guess Int LR Cell probably was one of the worst Dokkan Fest LRs ever. But, I mean, Tech Cell in 2015 was pretty good. He was pretty good. Horrific damage power creep. I mean, wait. Oh, we're talking about specifically damage power creep. On character up and saying attack stats complete H-out-year-old units was awful. Yeah, I mean, hold on. They always do this, though. Easily the worst power creep 2022 does not compare. Yeah, again, this kid's 18. So, back then, I mean, he was 15 when 2022 was happening. 2022 was worse. Like, 2022 does not compare. Yeah, it was fucking worse, kid. It's worse, dude. The red zone hard fights dropped, and there was 8 characters in the whole game that could do anything. It, like, saying 2022 does not compare just shows you weren't around back then. It was 1,000 times worse. But that is the correct comparison, I think, to 2025. It's 2022. Because 2022 and 2025 are the 2 years that had, increased leader skill percentages and stuff like that. Yes. But to say 2022 does not compare is just factually wrong. Absolutely. Absolutely. Those red zone fights, dude, the anniversary LRs were victims in the red zone fights. Like, Vegito and Gogeta were not victims in their own content. Didn't happen. And even Festival right now is still one of the hardest fights in the game. At Tech Vegito might be my number 1 pick for best unit in the fight. Wrath Broly's probably in discussion as well, but yeah. Dokkan's awful handling of the peaks and valleys usually have this year has been another big factor why the game feels so dry. Nah, see, okay. Mediocre big celebrations. 10th anniversary wasn't mediocre. Now, I mean, you could say Golden Week and Saiyan Day were, though. I agree. But, I feel like this is just a good way to just kind of, this is like agenda pushing. The 10th anniversary is the best anniversary, and GDC is the best fucking worldwide we've ever had. Like, we had the best anniversary and the best worldwide in the same year. It's just, Saiyan Day was weaker. Golden Week was weaker. Here's the dirty little secret about that Tao celebration, boys and girls. That Tao celebration was actually quite good. For a June celebration, it had a lot. But guess what? No one gave a fuck because it was Tao. They do the little thing of, oh, but this. No one cared about Tao. Sorry. Peaks and valleys is what they need to keep doing, though. Because you don't want to do 6 months in a row of Majin Vegeta, now we're doing Super Saiyan 3 Goku, now we're doing Blue Vegito, right? And you also don't want to do 6 months in a row of, alright, Videl, now we're doing Dokkan Fest Deborah, now we're doing Bulma, now we're doing Android 18, right? Like, you gotta jump back and forth between the two categories. I would say, damn, Golden Week was the bigger fumble. I think Golden Week was the bigger fumble. Like, if we just, erase Universe 6 for 7 Golden Week, and just drop in Daima instead, that could have changed the whole feel of the year for a lot of these kids. It also made the characters better, right? Or at least, I mean, Blue Kaioken need to be a lot better. Hit, I mean, if they would have designed him in such a way where the GDC power creep wouldn't have been able to wipe him away, where, you run him on super bosses, which was, the relevant team. Because, what are you going to run tournament participants in these GDC fights? No. No. Make his intro more easier to get, right? Yeah, I don't know about this, chat. I'm gonna sidestep this one, I think. I don't know, because Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he can take damage quickly, right? What a legendary old-time character this guy was. Yeah, see that, if you wanted to, go, start a campaign of 2024 is better than 2025, I think going to Anniversary is foolish. Going to a lot of these, I mean, I guess for Anniversary, you could say that the 4 LRs, the 9th Anniversary, though, were, how would I word it? They're just, stronger than, the 6 LRs of the 10th Anniversary, right? But I think the 10th anniversary celebration was better. But the Golden Week is where 2024 blows it away so much. Especially, this is, dude, this is crazy. The gap between these two, on release. Dude, this guy was my number 1 TUR for, all year. And every single tier list was people going, I don't get it. But, bro, that dude, he was him. Argue this because of the current meta? Yeah, you could. I'm not arguing it. Again, don't ask Broly fans what happens in slot 2 or 3. Yeah, don't do that. These are the two biggest victims of the same name, no Lincoln. Damn! Damn you, Amatsu, you gotta get rid of that, dude. STR Omega specifically, bro. Wait, Fusion Zamasu? Why? Oh, yeah, right there. Back when Tech Zamasu was ruling the game. And Zamasu had the perfect partner, but was unable to link with. Yeah, people were very mad about that. And then STR Omega now isn't ideal. STR Omega is, in my opinion, a fight-specific character, is what he is right now. I would consider myself a defender of STR Omega Shenron. I think he's actually quite good. But it's fight-specific. So, okay, I mean, this wasn't that bad. These were good. These he created some good discussion here. Right? Like, I don't think that this was, like, some terrible thread. To me, the worst point I feel like I saw here was pretty easily him saying, like, this is worst power creep. Yeah, this is the dumbest thing here. Besides that, most of this ain't that bad. I don't think so. Right? Like, they should do more missions. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. You know, Super 17 should not have had the Target Goku thing, sure. Right? So, okay. Yep, there we go. Maybe we'll do some more hot take threads here or there. I think we might see Part 2 LR information on the 14th. I think. Because that's Dokkan Day as well. So we'll see. 14th, we might see some Part 2 LR details.